Welcome to this brand new HUT series that I like to call 1K to 1M. I don't know where 1L went. No, that's the one in between. Just got lost. Rip 1L. The point of this HUT series is to give you guys a live look as to how I turned 1,000 coins in HUT by playing the market to 1 million and how long it's going to take me. As you guys may or may not know, I have like 10 million coins on my main account, so I jumped on another account with 1,000 coins, just a fresh start to see what will happen. The first thing that I do with these 1,000 coins is I flip gold contracts. Now this was possible at the beginning of the year before they released the consumables pack, but trying it now, it doesn't quite work as well because people don't really sell the contracts for kind of like weird prices. I think like the max a contract will go is maybe a little over 300. And I discovered pretty quickly that that's not worth it to me. It might be good next year when they don't have those gold consumable packs, though I think they'll bring it back since everyone loved them so much. But it just seems like there's not that much going on with these gold contracts. So I'm making this series because some of you are still struggling to make a profit in the market, though many of you are actually doing pretty well. But if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm going to link videos in the description so that you guys can get started on playing the market. So after like 5 to 10 minutes, I finally search one more time and I get this gold contract for 250. I feel like a hero. We just got our first good deal on the market by buying a contract for 250. Oh my god. That's when I noticed I already have a ton of gold contracts here that are tradable and I completely forgot about them. Oh, well, I'm not going to touch them for the purpose of this video, but I'm going to relist this contract for just a little bit over the price that I bought it for. Which in this case is 50 coins, and I realized, yeah, we shouldn't be doing this anymore. So I switched my focus to gold rare players instead. For those of you unaware, gold rare players have a quick sell value of 500. That means it doesn't matter what kind of player you buy under this criteria, you'll either break even or you'll make a profit. So that's why I'm setting the buy now range to 500 max. At this point, I realize it's not working either. So I increased my buy now value just to see what the minimum buy now of the cheapest players are going for. But if this was a brand new year, you would start at the quick sell value. So I keep going up by 100, and I realize that gold rare players, the cheapest price for them, is actually a lot more expensive than I thought. The reason for this is the introduction of the Series 2 packs where you traded in gold rare players for the Series 2 expansion cards. This actually drove the gold rare prices to about 1,300 to 1,500 per card. Even the worst players like Crosby, just kidding. Obviously, I just didn't want to make the worst player in the game feel bad about themselves by me saying that they're the worst player. You see what I'm saying here? Psychology. So I finally get to the point here where there's a bunch of players that are being listed for auction. That means that this is going to be the price that we sell our cards for. In the meantime, I just got money back. See that? That's 1,035. I just made 35 coins off of this contract. You guys can clap if you want. You can cheer. I feel like a boss. I feel like a badass for making that profit. Imagine what you could do with 35 coins. Nothing. Yeah, I guess that's a problem. I mean, you could send a trade offer to buy someone for 35 coins. Whoa, wait, what? What was that? I'm here searching for players buy now under like 1,000, and that was a Blake Wheeler 90 overall, like the first card that I see. By sniping this card alone, I probably would have made like a 20k profit. That would have been a great start to this series. Or better yet, imagine me sniping a Crosby as the first card. There, I just made 1 million in the first flip. The series is over. Boom, stopping it short like halfway through a video. Okay, but we're gonna move on. So I'm still searching here for players under 1,000. Miss out on a few more, like that Justin Williams. And then here's a few more that I miss out on. But this whole process is basic economics. You're buying low, you're selling high. Finally, I get to this Varley, and no, I don't get him. I do get Kari Lehtinen of the Dallas Stars, though. First legitimate purchase, because that contract thing was just dumb. So after buying him for 1,000, I resell him for 1,250, which I think was lower than everyone else, but it still gives me a profit of about 250. At this time, keep in mind there's also tax in the game, where every time you sell something, EA takes away 5% of it. Easiest way to look at it is for every 100 coins, it's 5 coins. For every 1,000 coins, it's 50 coins. So that continues into the thousands, the 10,000s, 100,000s, millions, 10 millions, 100 millions, bajillions. So then you're just adding zeros. Then it takes me another 2 minutes to get this Leonard. Another 1K purchase that I'm able to do because Lettinen ended up selling. With him, I go a little higher. I go back to 1,300, which is where everyone else is selling their cards, but they usually sell within a few minutes. You'll notice that as I put Leonard up, there are 6 cards here where you could have just picked out any one of these and you probably would have gotten them because you weren't really racing for them. So it's at this point now where we wait for Leonard to sell. Don't really have coins to do anything. Whoa, what was that? Did you see that? He just teleported to the right. It was like magic. If you look closely, you can actually see it happen. Just like that. Now, in case you guys missed it, I decided to spam it in your face a couple of times before we continue. Okay, moving on. So it's at this point that I learned a little trick. If you guys can have the search results have 2 pages, so I think I searched for like 1,350 coins, a maximum price, so there would be at least 14 cards that are being sold at a time. If you flip between the pages using the bumpers, left bumper, right bumper, L1 or R1, really fast, you can see new cards being added instantly, so you don't have to back out and go back in. This will help you guys snipe cards faster. The other little trick that I'm using here is I'm pushing up on the right stick on every card so that I can see which cards aren't new. Basically, any card that comes up and you can see like their overall ratings and stats, those are the new cards, and those are the ones that you instantly have to gun for. Like right here, I just paid 700 for this hoe. What a steal. Best price I've ever paid for a hoe. And it's great because every card I purchased up to this point was for 1,000. So he just gave me an extra 300 profit. The last thing you guys need to know is you kind of have to get a feel for the buttons that you use to hit the buy now price. It takes some practice. You guys are going to fail a lot by being too slow and you're not going to be able to buy a card. But you'll likely get better at it over time, and then with all these different other tips, you should be able to snipe these cards fairly easily. So it's at this point now where I can now buy multiple cards and not really worry about how much money I have. Every time I snipe a card off the auction house, one of my cards gets sold, so I get the 1,000 coins plus a little extra. We'll speed things up a little bit as I do this for maybe about 10 to 15 more cards. And here I'm going to share another tip with you guys. If you get to the point where there's only 1 page of cards left, instead of, again, backing out and going forward, what you can do is you can click on one of these cards and then go to make offer, and then on that screen quickly back out, and then it'll refresh all the cards that you see. So I think that'll be faster than backing out and going back in. And what's even better is you can combine that with a little trick with the right stick where you show the synergies so that, again, you can see which cards are old and which ones are new, which you wouldn't be able to do if you backed out and went back in. Sometimes you might get lucky and snipe a higher end card. I sniped a Vatanen right there, 87 overall. I think he might actually go for a little bit more than the price that I listed him. But for the purpose of this video, doesn't really matter. You guys just need to keep in mind that sometimes the higher rated cards will go for more. I just wanted to do this like really fast and just go through it all. So now I put one more card on the auction house here and we're done. Let's start it off with those worthless contracts that nobody wants to buy, sell, or flip. We just made 5,000 coins. This is where you're like, Brian, you made 4,000 coins because you have 5,000 coins right now. And this is where I tell you it hasn't updated yet because I can see into the future and I know that this is about to happen. Boom! Oh, it hasn't happened yet. Okay, now it's happening. 6K coins. There we go. So when it's all said and done, about 20 minutes of effort just made me 5K coins. Remember in one of my videos, the more coins you have, the more you'll get out of your investment. So here are my stats for the day for the video. Started off with 1,000, ended up with 62.54. That's a profit of 5,254. Percentage-wise, it's 525%. That's some easy math. I didn't need an Excel sheet or a calculator for that one. We have money wasted to the government, and that's 277 coins. That's tax, by the way, in case some of you didn't understand that. This is also the part where I realized that that's not the right number because I based it off of profit when that's not necessarily the case. I sold 20 cards for about 1250, and 5% of all those cards is probably around 600. So I think I'd have to do that one out, and I don't feel like doing that in the future, especially if I'm going to be selling a lot of different cards. So that's why I decided we're going to make a quick adjustment to this and say, yes, money was wasted to the government. Time spent, 40 minutes, and 20 of those minutes was on contracts and trying to figure out how to do the gold rare player thing under 500 or under 1,000. I might as well have been sitting on a toilet for those 20 minutes because I didn't really do anything. But then once we started buying some cards and then selling them, we were rolling in dough. Finally, we have average profit per card is 263. Most of the cards I was selling, I bought for 1,000, sold for 1,250, and then I increased it to 1,300. And some cards I got a steal for under 1,000, like the Ho. So that'll do it for this pilot episode of 1K to 1M. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope I helped you guys understand how you're supposed to start off by playing the market. Now, we look forward to the future. Thanks for watching. See you guys around.